Being beautiful does not make you secure. There are women who are objectively attractive, women other people stare at, who get complimented constantly, who by every visible standard would be considered beautiful. And they are some of the most insecure women in the room. And the reason is simple. Being attractive does not stop you from comparing yourself to other women. There will always be someone younger. It doesn't matter how good you look right now, you are aging in real time, and so is everyone around you. The moment you start measuring your value against youth, you are in a race you cannot win. Youth is not something you maintain. It is something you lose on a schedule that no beauty treatment, no filter, and no routine changes. There will always be someone thinner. No matter what your body looks like, there is a woman somewhere with a smaller waist, a flatter stomach, longer legs, or a frame that fits the current standard more closely than yours does. The standard itself shifts. What was desirable 10 years ago is not what's being celebrated now, and what's being celebrated now will change again. If you are chasing a body type to feel secure, the target moves every few years and you move with it. There will always be someone with a different body shape that gets more attention than yours. Curves were out, then they were in. Slim was the standard, then it wasn't. The BBL era is already shifty. Whatever body you have right now, natural or surgically altered, there is a version of it that social media will eventually decide is less desirable than something else. There will always be someone with better skin. Clearer, smoother, more even, more radiant, fewer marks, fewer pores, whatever it is you're fixated on, somebody has less of it or more of it, and you can find her in 60 seconds online. There will always be someone with more money to spend on beauty. She can afford the treatments you're saving up for. She has access to the dermatologist, the surgeon, the stylist, the trainer. She maintains her appearance with a budget that makes yours look small. And there is always someone above her with a bigger budget. There will always be someone who fits the current beauty standard more closely than you do. The current beauty standard was not built to include everyone. It shifts just enough to feel attainable while staying out of reach for most women. Chasing it is the design, not the failure. This is the part that gets skipped in most conversations about confidence and beauty. Insecurity in beautiful women is not a mystery. It is the direct result of measuring yourself against other women. When your confidence is built on being more attractive than someone else, it requires constant comparison to maintain. You have to keep checking, keep measuring, keep looking around the room to confirm where you rank. That ranking changes depending on who walks in. Security built on comparison is not security, it's a position you have to defend every day. The women who are actually secure are not women who decided they are the most beautiful in every room. They are women who stopped using other women as the measuring stick. That is a completely different relationship with yourself than what most women are operating from. Most women were taught through magazines, social media, the attention they received or didn't receive growing up, the comments made about their bodies before they were old enough to have an opinion about them, that their value is something other people determine, that beauty is a rank, that looking good means looking better than someone else. That belief does not go away because you get older or because people start telling you that you're beautiful. It runs underneath every compliment you receive and makes you wonder when it stops being true. Comparison does not stop when you become more attractive. For a lot of women, it gets worse. When you start receiving more attention for your appearance, you also become more aware of what you stand to lose. You notice who gets looked at when you walk into a room. You notice when someone younger, thinner, or different walks in. The more your identity is tied to how you look, the more threatening it is when someone else looks good. Social media has made this worse in a specific way. You're not comparing yourself to the women in your immediate life anymore. You are comparing yourself to the most curated, filtered, surgically enhanced, professionally lit version of thousands of women simultaneously. Women whose job it is to look a certain way, women with glam teams, women who look nothing like their photos in person. Your brain does not fully register the difference. It just registers that she looks like that and you look like this. The insecurity a lot of beautiful women carry is connected to how early the comparison started and where it came from in the first place. Patriarchy is a system built on hierarchy. It ranks people, it assigns value based on usefulness to the people at the top of that hierarchy. And for women, usefulness has historically been tied to appearance, youth, and desirability to men. That is the structure that has governed how women have been treated, compensated, chosen, and discarded across cultures and across centuries. That structure does not stay in history. It lives in the present in the way girls are raised, the way women are evaluated at work, the way aging is treated as a tragedy for women and distinguished for men, the way a woman's worth in a room is still frequently calculated by how attractive she is to the people in it. Girls are evaluated on their appearance before they have any framework for understanding what that means. The first comments many girls receive are about how they look: pretty, cute, beautiful, or the silence when those words don't come. They absorb where they land in that ranking from the adults around them, from how they are treated compared to other girls, from what gets praised and what gets ignored. What gets absorbed is not just "I am" or "am not pretty." What gets absorbed is that appearance determines value, that being looked at is the goal, that other women are the competition for that attention. Patriarchy benefits when women are focused on competing with each other. Women who are consumed by comparison, by ranking themselves against other women for male attention and approval, are women who are not paying attention to the system doing the ranking. The comparison is not accidental, it was cultivated. By the time most women are adults, they have been measuring themselves against other women for so long that it feels like self-awareness. It feels like just being honest about where you stand. It is conditioning, and it does not produce security regardless of where you land in the comparison. Getting more attractive does not solve the underlying problem, because the underlying problem was never about how you look. It is about what you decided your appearance needs, about your worth, your lovability, your place in a room, whether you deserve to take up space. You can change your body, your face, your hair, your clothes, and still walk into a room scanning for who looks better than you. You feel the drop in your stomach when you find her, and you still leave wondering how you measure up. The appearance changed and the framework didn't. Security comes from deciding how you look is not the primary thing you bring to a room. Not because appearance doesn't matter, it does, and pretending otherwise is its own form of dishonesty. But when it is the primary thing, everything attached to it is unstable. Your mood, your confidence, your sense of worth, all of it becomes dependent on a variable you cannot fully control. The women who are actually at peace with how they look are women who have other things they are equally sure of: their intelligence, their character, the way they move through the world, the relationships they built, the work they do. Appearance is one part of who they are. When something shifts in that one part — age, weight, a bad skin week, a woman who walks in and gets more attention — it does not take the whole thing down. You can acknowledge that another woman is beautiful without it meaning anything to you. That sounds simple. For most women, it is not simple at all, because they were never taught to see other women that way. They were taught to see other women as competition. Admiring another woman's appearance without it becoming a subtraction from your own is a skill. It is something you actually have to practice, and it is one of the clearest signs of real security. Not the perform kind, or the quote unquote "I love myself" in a caption kind, but the kind where another woman being beautiful just means another woman is beautiful. If you are a beautiful woman who still feels insecure, the answer is not more beauty. It is an honest look at what you are measuring yourself against, why you are measuring yourself against it, and what you actually believe about your own worth outside of how you compare to other women. That is where the work is. Drop a comment and tell me where you are with this. I would love to hear about your experience. And if you're new here to this channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And comment below your thoughts and opinions on this video. And for all that are my current subscribers, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Take care.